This Lego set went from $300 to almost $1,200 in just around 2 years. And it's about time we talk about the Ninjago City modular series of sets. There's a new one that just got released a few weeks ago. So are these a good investment? Could you make an incredible return on investment by investing in some of these large Ninjago City based sets? Should you be paying attention to the one that's currently available on the shelves? And how much money would you have made if you invested in the older Ninjago City sets before they retired? Which of course grew in value significantly. They are fascinating Lego investments. Now the reason that I want to talk about them, of course, is because we have a new one of these in June. This is Ninjago City Markets. It had been rumored for quite some time, $370 Ninjago set number 71799 with 21 minifigures and 6,163 pieces in this. That makes it the largest out of the 4 of these large Ninjago City based sets that we're going to talk about here today. And that's super exciting for Ninjago fans, but it's also really exciting for Lego investors because the growth in value on these sets has been phenomenal on the 2 that had already retired. There is another one that's currently available in stores, and that is the Ninjago City Garden set. This one is currently available. It was released in February of 2021. It's an incredible build. The part out value on this set is amazing. It's a $350 MSRP. We have 5,685 pieces in this one with 22 minifigures, 19 of which are unique and not found in other sets. So this set is currently available in stores. It is not yet retiring. When it does, some Lego investors think that this has a lot of potential as an investment. Why do they think that? They think that because there has been 2 other Ninjago City sets in the past that have already retired, and when we look at the values of those sets, they went through the roof. And the first one that was released was this Ninjago City set number 70620. Incredible set, so much detail, and very groundbreaking at the time when this was released because it was definitely the largest Ninjago set, and the detail and the story that was told throughout the set was something that they hadn't done until that point. Now, it was released in September 2017. It retired at the end of 2019, so it had a shelf life of just over 2 years on the shelves. It had a price of $300 in the retail stores when it was available. It had 19 minifigures, 16 of which were unique. It had 4,867 parts. And what happened with the price of this set after it retired at the end of 2019? So let's have a look. And if we go to Amazon here, firstly, we can see that it is currently selling for $1,000 on Amazon. That is the current buy box price of this set, $1,000 on Amazon. Now, if we look at the price history, we scroll down a little bit here, we can actually see some really interesting things. So I'm going to just clean up this price chart so we can kind of make out what's going on here. And as we saw, it retired at the end of 2019. So if we zoom in a little bit here, just kind of, we can see it was selling on Amazon for $300. We're looking at this blue line over here, $300. And then it was discounted a little bit. You could have bought it for $240 before it retired. It was discounted for a while. After retirement, in the first few months, by mid-year, the year after it retired, which is 2020, this was selling for $670. Again, you could have bought it for $240 before retirement. It was 6 months into the following year, which was around 8 or 9 months after this discount. It was selling for $670 on Amazon. Now, fast forward another year from there, in the second year of retirement, which was 2021, we saw a massive ramp up of this price right here. It went at the end of the second year of retirement, it was selling for around $680. And then over the next couple of months, it went up as high as $1,130. It dipped a little bit from there down to $1,000, but went back up again to $1,155. And then it had a small dip in Q4 when the supply increased a little bit, and we closed out the year at $980. Now again, this is 2 years after retirement. You could have bought it for $240 in 2019 on Amazon, and you could have sold it for $1,150 after 2 years. So that is the level of investment that this Ninjago City set went through over the first 2 years of its retirement. Now, since then, it has come down a little bit to the price that is selling at today of just over $1,000. This actually is selling at these prices. We can see that by these green lines in the chart below that denote the sales. So it shows us that there are actually sales and activity on this listing, and the market price is $1,000. So people are paying that level for this set. Now, sometimes we can have price differences between Amazon and eBay. So let's jump over to eBay and see what's happening with the Ninjago City set 70620. If we look at eBay here and zoom in a little just to kind of make this a bit more clear, what do we see here? We see recent sales. Now, this is actual sales. This is not just listed prices. When the price is green here, it shows sales because I filtered this to show us sales. So this is $845 recent sale, $863, $1,100, $877, $900. So we can see, you know, on average, we have a price of around $900 here, close to $900 on eBay recent sales, which is just about $100 less than the Amazon price. Amazon does enjoy a little bit of a higher price, but the Amazon fees as a seller are slightly higher as well. So if you sell on eBay, your profitability on this is going to be incredible. So you bought it for $240, or even if you bought it at full MSRP for $300 before retirement, you're selling it for $900 today on eBay. So that is Ninjago City. Incredible performance, incredible set. And that was the first out of these 4 large Ninjago sets that have been released so far. The second one that was released is also now retired, and we can also go and check out the price and what has happened to that price. So this one is called Ninjago City Docks. This is set number 70657. Once again, you can see the level of detail on this set is just phenomenal. Tons of minifigures, tons of parts, and the colors and the different things that are going on in these sets. It's really spectacular. I'm a big fan of these sets. So this was released in June of 2018. The previous one was still on the shelves when this one was released. So we had a period of time where we had 2 on the shelves, which is about to happen again when the new one gets released. This one retired at the same time as Ninjago City. It retired at the end of 2019. So what else can we tell about this set? It had 3,553 parts, so this was a little smaller. It had 14 minifigures, 11 of which were unique. The MSRP on this was also less. This had a $230 MSRP, which makes it the cheapest out of all 4 of these sets. So $330 MSRP on this one. What is it selling at today on Amazon and on eBay? So let's have a quick look. Right here on Amazon, the listing shows us immediately that it is selling for $850. Again, $230 MSRP, right now selling for $850 on Amazon. So if we scroll down and look at the price chart on this one and just clean this up a little bit, zoom out to the all-time chart, we can see that Amazon were in stock. When we have this kind of orangey color here, that shows Amazon were in stock during 2019. At one point, the price dipped to $184. You could have bought it for $184 at a discount right before it retired. If you bought it for $184, you were looking at an incredible investment here. Although, even if you paid full price again, this is an amazing investment. Now, it went out of stock toward the end of 2019 on Amazon, and it did not come back in stock at all. Over the first couple of months, over the first 6 months of retirement, it reached $390. So again, from an MSRP of $230 up to $390. So you're already doing pretty okay on this as an investment after 6 months. Now, it was a little slow for the rest of the first year. It did get up to $450. I say slow because in comparison to what happens next, it looks slow, but it actually did get up to $450. By the end of the first year, it dropped a little bit in Q4, but $450 after you bought it for, if you got it for $184, amazing investment. At that point, you've doubled your money, right? So that is good going. And then over the course of the next couple of months, so just around 12 to 14 months after retirement, this one took off like a rocket. So here we have this big jump in price here from $417 to $700 in January of 2021, just over a year after retirement. This one took off like a rocket. And then over the next few months, we had another big jump up to $840. Now, since then, it has been a little flat, came down a little bit, and that's where we are today. We're at around $825, actually around $850 at the buy box. So once again, we have an insane investment here. If you bought it for this $184 price and then sold it up here for $840 a year and a half later, that's an incredible investment. So that is Ninjago City Docks. Now, if we look at the eBay price on this one, we can see recent sales for 748. We see one for 636. We see another for 887, 750 again, and then so somewhere in the region of $800, which is actually not far off the Amazon price. So the eBay recent sale price seemed to be on average somewhere close to $800, which is phenomenal. And once again, this is an incredible performer, whether you look at Amazon prices or eBay prices. And again, this is the US market, so this may vary depending on where you are in the world, but in the US, these two sets were home run Lego investments. Now, what can we do with this information going forward as Lego investors? Why do we care about this? Well, we care about it because of those other two sets that have not yet retired. Because on the shelves today, we still have Ninjago City Gardens available in stores. When the time comes for this to retire, there is a chance that it could be an incredible investment. Now, we shouldn't just believe that this will definitely be a great investment. Performance of similar sets in the past, it can be a really good indicator, but it is not everything. We're going to want to check the supply and demand on this set. We're going to want to think more clearly about the things that are going on in this set itself. And we also got to think about things like the size of these sets. These are big, bulky sets for shipping and different things. So that may not be for you for your Lego investing strategy if you prefer to sell Speed Champion sets and smaller sets. But for those of you who want to invest in larger sets, this could be a consideration for you when the time comes for it to retire. And then, of course, we have the new sets, Ninjago City Markets. Of course, this one, in my opinion, is not an investment right away. I don't invest in brand new sets, so it's going to be way too early for me to consider this set as an investment. But it's exciting to see that they're continuing the theme. And as this all develops, of course, we will be discussing it in our free Facebook group. So make sure to hit that link down below to join the free Lego investing Facebook group if you're not in there already, because you're going to want to watch what's going to happen with these sets.